Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Gigg 101.
We're back.
I'm Connor Dehlin, this is Scott Warner, and we're kind of getting started setting a lot of the framework right now for a business that's trying to up their social strategy. They're trying to do a little bit more, and we want to talk today about what is the one thing, Scott, if a business is trying to take their social to the next level that they've got to do.
Yeah, this is incredibly crucial to be thinking about. Before any company can really start focusing on a social strategy, it is imperative that they focus on one thing. I mean, really, our software at Gigg, it will not really work as well as it could unless this one thing is in place, and that is a call to action. If you don't have a call to action that has been established for any and all of your customers, patients, members, fans, any of them, you will struggle to truly generate the UGC or user-generated content that you want. And so whenever we meet with a company, or I sit down and do some consulting with a company, the first thing that we focus on is a call to action. A lot of companies are already big enough where they've kind of established a very, a routine around, or people build a routine around something that they share about a product or company because they're such a big company.
For sure.
But those smaller companies, or those companies that are trying to build their brand, that call to action will just set it off and make things happen.
Yeah, and I think we always ask the question to any business we work with, what are you doing to give your customers a reason to talk about you online, right? And I think a lot of businesses just think that people are going to automatically talk about them. You've got to ask them. You've got to give them a reason. You've got to have something involved in their experience with your business, product, whatever it might be, that they know not only does the business want me talking, but other people are too. I want to be a part of this.
Absolutely. And one of the things to remember, people love to tout and talk about things they love, appreciate, use, and have had success with. And, really, if you just give them a reason to talk about it, they'll do it. I mean, this day and age in social media, everyone is looking for reasons to post, right? And want to post on a frequent basis, most people. But they really get excited if it's something that they're proud of. And so you got to give them a reason to talk about what they're proud of when it comes to your brand. And you got to be creative about it too. It's got to be something that's interesting or unique that puts you in a position to, set yourself apart from everyone else.
Yeah, and I think that's where a lot of businesses fail. That there's a lack of creativity, right? You can't just put your brand with a hashtag next to it and expect that to kick off this, everyone's talking now. So let's talk about a couple examples of some good calls to action. In fact, Bam Bams, we always tell that story right at the beginning. Your business, you did this years ago, and it's now become a model for all sorts of businesses that we've worked with over the years. What'd you do?
Well, so, I remember as a kid, Ronald McDonald. So I kind of got the idea from, McDonald's. But Ronald McDonald sitting on a bench, sitting there hanging out, and there's just this empty spot right next to him on the bench, which definitely means, hey, kid, come sit by me and get a picture, right? Yeah. When that first came out, when we were kids, there wasn't social media, but there is now. And so the idea came from that, and Cameron and I put out in front of Bam Bam's barbecue a big fat bronze pig. And we let the community give him a name, and we did like a little online competition, or let people suggest names for the pig, and the name Hamilton ended up winning, so we call him Hams. But he's the big bronze fat pig sitting out there in front. Come and sit by me, and we have thousands and thousands of photos that have been taken with Hams out front, and that's the best kind of marketing we could ever ask for.
For sure. And it's so cool to see the content come in with Bam Bams.
Yeah.
All those people, it's become a part of their experience when they go to Bam Bams, right? You take a picture on the way in, way out, especially if you have kids.
Yeah.
Like, how many moms have taken pictures with their kids next to Hams?
That's the majority of the photos we have.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And all those moms have other mom friends that are hungry. Where are they going to go for lunch tomorrow, right?
That's right.
And there's that reminder. And now, this is something we do frequently. I mean, every time we work with a new business, they often come to us for help in creating that. Just yesterday, I love the idea we came up with a company to talk about what we did yesterday.
So it's actually one of my favorite things to do. I love coming up with creative ideas to start generating UGC in social media for a company. But yesterday I had a company in, they're called Thorn Vet. They provide a product for dogs and cats and I believe horses and a couple other pets, but it's vitamins for pets. It's really good stuff. And Alex, one of the founders in the company, was talking about we need to get social media up and running. What are some good ideas? And so one of the ideas that I came up with, and we talked about a few, was let's put something in the packaging that we can put on the pet that gives people a reason to take a photo and tag Thorn Vet. And so we're playing around with a couple different ideas, but one of the ideas was putting a bandana, a Thorn Vet approved pet. They've been taking their vitamins and they're feeling healthy. So that was one of those ideas. But it's creative ideas that you serve up to your customers to get them to post on social media. It is all about what are you doing to give your customers a reason to talk about you online.
Yeah, I love that. We kind of gave this example of one of the first things we ever did with this Gigg philosophy, and now what we did yesterday. It's the same concept. What are you doing to give them a reason to talk about you online?
That's right.
We have countless examples like this. We're going to talk more about this. If you have more questions about, hey, I'm trying to take my brand to the next level, but I'm struggling with the creativity. I'm not kind of with the call to action. Reach out to us directly. Let's help you through that. Yeah. And let's get to work here. So, Scott, anything else you want to add to this?
That's good.
Okay.
Until next week.
Yeah, we'll see you next week on Gigg 101.